Welcome to the RADelaide Summit podcast. Each week we watch you do your efforts up Norton Summit and then discuss them here on the podcast. We make you question your own performance because you're probably doing a shit job at it anyway. We'll probably shame you, but we will not name you.
Yes, we are your summiteers. Josh.
Hello.
Frankie.
Every week.
Sorry, I'm still laughing.
Why? Shh. I am Alex. You are Frankie.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Am I?
Yes. And we are at episode 12.
Yeah.
How is everyone doing?
I'm good.
You look like you're trying not to wet yourself or something or other.
I'm actually sweating. It's hot in here. Well, guys, today, obviously I haven't been doing much cycling.
You've been away again.
Yeah, I was
Mount
in
Isa. Did you find the guy in the Mercedes?
No.
Oh, that's good. He didn't find you.
No, probably got his car stolen or something.
It's burnt out with no wheels somewhere.
But today I decided to just get out on the bike and
Just a little light ride.
yeah,
just ease
well,
back
my
into it.
intention was just to go a little gallivant around and not really try. So I only packed one muesli bar. And
I'm surprised you packed one.
Yeah, I know. I'm impressed.
I'm learning. And
After one piece of toast.
with all the carbohydrates.
Yeah.
And I messaged Sir Creamy Turtle Squirter to see if he wanted to come along because I was just halfway up Port Road and I was just like, this is boring. And then he was like, yeah, no worries.
He was just ready to roll.
Yeah, he was ready to roll. He said it.
I reckon he just sits by the door just
I'm
waiting
pretty sure
for the
just
message.
waiting for an invite.
Yeah.
He messages me and I'm like, I don't even respond.
And then we went up Norton Summit and I did 23-minute Norton Summit. Woo!
Oh, there goes
It's a
the
real-
day.
It's a real backwards up the summit, isn't it?
I just had no power. And then we ran into some more of our teamies and then
Did
it
see
turned
that?
into the most hardcore ride I've ever done in my entire life.
Did you go the whole way around to, like, all the way back to Glenelg?
We
with them?
went up Norton Summit and then
Yeah.
down Montacute Road, down Grand Junction Road. Almost died because
That's a
everyone on
shit
Grand
road, yeah.
Junction Road wants to kill us.
Yeah.
Like, that's not even a joke.
It's an industrial road.
Truckies, there's glass, there's bumpy road.
It's so
it's
shit.
just shit.
Yeah, and then down to Outer Harbour, and then I was gone. See ya.
Because
They
you
had to
one
actually
muesli
push
bar.
me. Like, they put in their hands behind my back, trying to push me back up.
Why do you think that happened?
Maybe you ran out of...
Snacks?
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm a snack enough. I don't know. I think
Okay,
'Cause I was running
so
too
for
much.
context, how many kilometres did you end up doing?
90.
And you had one muesli bar.
Oopsie.
And just some water in
great-
your water bottle.
Just nibbling on it like a mouse. Just like, I'll make it work.
All right. Well, anyway, so that's me. How about you?
But after that?
What? What do you mean
What happened
after
this
that?
afternoon? Where did you go?
What do you mean, what did I do
Oh
afternoon?
my God, how did you forget the rub and tug?
Wait, what? Oh! Why do I know what you're talking about when you say rub and tug? That's slightly worrying. The massage. Yeah, I just had another massage.
Where
It's
at?
fabulous. Oh, yeah, I fell asleep.
Our fellow sponsors.
Rico Day.
Yeah, how good. Well, you fell asleep because it was
I
that
did.
good.
I
Yeah.
did. Yeah. Anyway, can we stop talking about me now, please? Can we talk about someone else?
I'm not finished
Sure,
talking
I'll
about
go.
it. I really like your sweater.
I'm going to take it off.
Don't.
I'm stripping everyone. This is a free show.
All right, Frankie, that's Frankie's few days. Josh, what have you been up to?
Yeah, look, my week unfortunately was a little lackluster as well. The week just got away with me. Super busy, just with family and kids stuff and stuff going on. Back in the office and work. So anyway, I did have a slight FTP increase this week of 1%.
1% of 400 is still...
For what? So,
Do you like how he's looking at us, waiting for us to just celebrate with him, but we
I
gave
know.
him nothing?
No, I'm celebrating. Congratulations,
yeah,
Josh.
thanks, man. Brilliant.
It's awesome, mate.
But look, so then my training, I only did one training session this week, did my few commutes, but my one training session I thought was actually pretty impressive that I got through it. It was a VO2 max session where I hit 4 5-minute efforts doing repeats, doing 10 repeats of 15-second efforts at 125%, but then only coming back to about 88% of my FTP during those rests. So
But there's no rest.
there's no rest. There's still like a substantial effort
Yeah.
whilst you're doing those jumps up to 125 and then back down. So got through it actually relatively easy. I think my legs like doing those mini sprint back into a solid effort. So
So you're going to be like tip top for Super Series.
Nah.
See, because I'm a visual person, I'm trying to visualize what you're saying, and I can't.
Basically, if you take the number, let's just say 100,
Yeah.
100 watts, and Josh is riding at 88% of that, so 88 watts, and then every so often he has to do a 15-second sprint at 125 watts, and then come back to 88 watts.
Yeah, so all of my graph would just look like a flat line, and then just like a comb.
Yeah.
Essentially like a comb.
It's really hard to come back like at or around FTP when you've gone up and over.
Yeah.
Really? Why's that?
So it's just getting my legs to really put in a whole bunch of explosive effort and then come back down to like a solid effort again. So replicating like mini sprints in a crit, just for 5 minutes.
So let's say like your last 200 meters of Norton Summit when you're doing a PB, and then not being able to stop at the top. So going back into settling into pace.
Into an Get.
Yeah, so that's essentially what that is.
Really good.
But only for 5 minute blocks, and then you get to rest, and then you do it again for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's actually a really good session. So, chuck them back in the training plan, Trainer Road. Would love it.
Yeah, awesome.
Look, but again, usual commutes to and from work, and then just I did nothing this weekend. Kind of just had it off. So.
I feel like it's been a bit cruisy this week, hasn't it?
It has been. I thought about hitting the summit, but I got rained on when it rained this week. And
you're just scarred for life.
I was actually. I wasn't prepared for it at all. And then my bike is just filthy. And so I was just like, if I ride this, my chain is just going to be like paste, like grindy paste.
So like my bike.
It'll be ruined. So
headphones in.
I just didn't touch it. So I'll find out tomorrow how bad it is when I ride to work.
Yeah.
So Alex, how about you? How was your week?
Funny you say that on bike maintenance. I went to get ready for Saturday's ride, and I was like, better check what DR2 status is up to at the moment. I was like, and the red light came on. I was like, lucky.
But no, Frankie doesn't know what that is.
No,
so.
no.
I don't actually. Is that to see how charged it is?
Yes, see how charged it is. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
You need to make sure you charge your bike.
How frequent do you need to?
Not very often. That's the thing. You forget about it. Excuse me.
Can you just keep plugging it in all the time?
You can, but I think it's better to let your battery
it,
go down a fair way, even go flat, and then like you would do.
I'm not going to comment or make judgment to the scientists out there, but like batteries have a brain memory life kind of thing. And you don't want to like just keep filling it up. Why do you think your iPhone gets flat all the time?
Because I'm
on it all the time.
what was that?
Anyway.
You mashing those Snapchats to everyone.
My side hustle.
For me though, I had a 4x15 minute 88% on Monday night, and I did
long ones.
So that was. I did that on Norton Summit, conveniently.
Perfect.
But yeah, they were getting the legs buzzing by the time I was done there.
By that last one, you would have been feeling it.
But so that equates to like 1,000 meters of climbing in 30 k's.
It's a good session, isn't it?
It's a fucking hard session. Yep. Wednesday Echelon, I actually took one of my employees along because he was like, a bit on the trainer.
Is that the bold Sparky?
That's bold Sparky. Yep.
No.
How'd he go?
He was very confident.
Didn't die.
He died a lot.
Yeah.
he got about 2/3 of the way through and was all confident and everything. And I look over and he was doing about 65 RPM and we were supposed to be doing 110.
Oh, man.
So he's got a much better appreciation, he reckons, of what we do to ourselves.
I've seen those Echelon training graphs and tell you what, if you want a good workout, hit up Echelon. They look
it's good.
Even worse than what I've done on Trainer Road.
Good fun. I like when people are suffering. I think you've picked that
up.
up.
Oh, yeah, he does.
I get much more enjoyment out of it.
He gets off on it. For sure.
It's because he's not suffering while the other person is just in the grave.
But Friday morning PT, so we've started adding weight to my actual exercises.
So
now.
2.5 kilos either side of the bar. Yeah,
kilos.
Awesome.
Yep.
So 25 kilos. Yeah.
But I felt like a 93-year-old man for the last 2 days.
What do you mean? You look like a 93-year-old man.
We did just compare calves off air and I win.
No, I think I win. Do you know what? Maybe we should take a photo of our calves and send it to the
calf
listeners.
off.
We'll
have a calf off.
I like it.
Yeah.
But then Saturday, Bunchy, few teamies, Giles Hamburgie and Cross Dresser came along for the well. Yep.
Good weather on the weekend.
It was
as well,
delightful. We were having a great old time, having a laugh, having a bit of a race up each climb.
Yeah, thanks for the
talking to
invite.
You were flying. You were flying the
Doing
fucking
gliders
plane
again.
and landing on the grass. We were talking to the locals. The puppies were excited to see us. Everyone was polite and responded with a smile or a wave.
Love it.
And then we
Typical
passed,
Saturday ride.
Yeah, then we passed some oncoming cyclists and the mood was lost.
Why?
What
What did they
happened?
do?
They didn't fucking wave back.
That's it. We sue them.
So why is it, do we think that other cyclists don't wave back?
Because it's probably like, their ex-boyfriends.
Well, I've never seen my ex-boyfriend out on the bike, luckily. Okay, he's in Sydney now.
No, I often, when I'm riding, I'll give the good old like hands on the bars and just.
Do you do the two
almost
finger salute like in the
in
country
car?
car?
Yeah. So like I went to
G'day.
Kangaroo Island in like
Tip the
November,
hat.
a couple Novembers ago, and everyone still gives you the one finger salute on off the wheel of the car.
There's a little like thing you can buy for your steering wheel and just the fingers hit
Oh,
like
brilliant.
that, so you don't have
I
to
think
do
you need
it.
them for your bike, but you do it on your bike. I give everyone a bit of a nod or a wave, but sometimes when when people are descending and you're going up,
I get that.
it might be bit quick coming down, so you're like, I can't take my hands off the
Unless
bars.
you're Lewis and just filming it.
Yeah.
Hey!
But then other times I'm like, you're not actually going that fast. Like you could have just given me a nod, mate.
Good enough.
So I'm all for the wave, especially when it can be reciprocated. But some
Yeah,
people might
it's-
be doing efforts and
I think it's just our way of uniting against all the cars.
Our
You know,
way.
it's just like,
Is it our way of?
way of.
Is that what you meant to say? No?
oh God,
I'm here till
man.
Thursday. Try the veal.
Why would you just wave to someone down Rundle Mall though?
Frankie waves at everyone. And if they
No,
respond,
it's just like, hey man, you're riding a bike, I'm riding a bike.
I'm probably
Life is
faster
good.
than you,
Yeah.
so I'm not waving back.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's no one is too good to wave at other people.
But is
exactly-
that also the problem? Like you can have like
Yes.
some team machine in their team kit looking all pro and they're giving some Hubbard a wave and the Hubbard's like, oh my gosh, that guy just waved at me.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wave back.
Does he want to ride with me now? Are we married?
Are we friends? Like, what do I do? Maybe they just don't know that the wave signifies unification.
But it's
Like,
just an unspoken rule. Did anyone teach you when you were driving a car to wave at people? No.
no, but it's fun. So
You do burnout and wave at people. It's simple.
one hand on the wheel, one hand out the window.
Oh my God.
We're in the team rides. We're very, very polite and wave at most people.
Yeah,
Probably over enthusiastically just to try and get a response.
I think people need to kick off their whatever pretentiousness, their
pride
ego,
of some
their
sort.
pride, and just wave back. Like,
Yeah.
don't have to be a goober about it. Just little 1 finger, 2 finger salute off the bars.
Maybe there's
just
just
a
a-
nod, like just some acknowledgement. Like you're out there having a good time.
Well, they're going to be like, oh, he's noticed I've only got the S-Work 4s. That's why I'm not going to wave back.
Yeah, literally.
Say hello to us, peeps.
Yeah, man. Or should we do other things besides wave?
Whoa.
Whoa, what do you mean?
I don't-
Curtsy?
Yeah, like the Queen's wave. Just a dab.
Dab? I'm all for dabbing, but
don't
maybe
take your hands off
that's
the
2
bar,
hands off the bar.
Just taking it back to 2007, everyone. Don't mind me.
No, I think this is a call to arms for all of our listeners
There's a
to
lot of
start
puns going on here.
giving the
today.
waves back. You know,
Call to arms.
Yeah.
Wave.
this sounds like a year 10 English assignment.
We're getting a C- currently.
We totally are. I think this week, what you should do is if you're out on the bike, give someone a wave and report back to the page. Did that other person you waved to give you a wave back?
Do you know what? And then I'll plot it in Excel.
We'll plot
And then
it.
we can do like a graph that compares data, and then we can have a look
What do we do
to
with that?
see.
Nothing?
Absolutely
No, we'll do
nothing.
with that, so.
I don't
Send
know.
it to NASA and go, look how many people waved back.
Yes.
Anyway, last week we had a chat about shoes, and I put up a little bit of a poll just saying, what are people wearing on their feet?
And people went nuts.
People loved sharing
It
with
was
us
awesome.
what shoes they're wearing. And look, to be honest, a fair few of our listeners are wearing high-end shoes. One for the comfort or the performance benefits because, they're heroes out on the crit track or
And they're
gone
pretty
up on
much
summit
broke.
trying to get a PB and broke. But some of them did say they found a pair of shoes on eBay for like $40 in primo condition. I'm all for that. Saving a few dollars to buy a high-end
Hang on.
pair of shoes.
Hang on. Was that secondhand?
Yeah.
Why would you want someone else's sweat
Manky
and
feet.
manky feet?
No, but that's like there's so many shoes that are coming up on the Facebook marketplace at the moment where they're like a $700 pair of those S-Work Atheos or Ethos shoes that look awesome. And they're coming down to like $400. Couple
Hang
rides
on.
in.
No, but I thought shoes over time they mold to your feet. So if someone has used them and then you put your feet in them, aren't you going to screw up your
I think
biomechanics?
it's not all shoes with the multiple carbon sole thing.
Right.
Wasn't
But,
that
you know,
a thing they used to put in the oven?
Yeah, that's the multiple carbon sole thing that they can
Wait,
do. It's in
you
Bont
can put
shoes.
shoes in
a
the
fair bit.
oven?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
used to get a little toy from, what is it, Hungry Jack's, put it in the oven and it goes...
What?
Yeah, this is what the cool things they used to do in the 90s. But
So you used to buy a pair of shoes as a size 8 and you put it in the oven and it got bigger and bigger until it fit your foot.
Really?
No.
no, but there's like soles.
I hate you.
There's shoes and soles you can put in like an oven. It's at a low temp, but it actually makes them soft, and then you can put your foot in there and it molds.
I hope. Wait, your
Properly.
foot in the oven?
No, the shoe.
With the shoe.
And then you put your
You
foot
get
in the shoe
oven
after it's been in
with
the
your
oven.
shoes on.
But no, some of the shoes that are hitting the marketplace are relatively new.
Yeah.
Only a couple rides in. They just haven't, like Lewis was saying the other week, people found the new
S5s are
Shimano
super
shoes.
narrow and people don't like them. Straight away they've decided these aren't for me.
Can't return them, but we'll put them on the marketplace for $100 less. And that's a bargain.
That's
But
a very
other people are
expensive
finding,
exercise.
you put it on eBay with no price limit and you can find them for like 60, 40 or 60
yeah,
bucks.
can you imagine
And
winning the auction with
Yeah,
a very
that'd be
high-end pair of shoes would be awesome.
so good. So, I mean, that was some awesome stuff there. Look, a lot of people are also using some lower end shoes.
And they're very attached to them.
They're
which
very
is-
attached for them. And I think for the comfort factor,
Yeah.
like they've found the shoes that just kind of low end budget, but they work for the commutes or mountain biking. They can get trashed, a bit worn, but they work.
Yeah.
Then we had a few people reply back saying, I've had my shoes for longer than you, Jo, and they just stand the test of time. They're comfortable. They just work. I can
They're
wear them
mouldy.
whenever. They're moldy. they're dirty.
Well,
but
and
they
just,
are my shoes.
What, they don't make them anymore?
I think some of the models they don't make anymore, but the shoes just work. So I don't know if they've bought multiple pairs of these shoes just because they work.
trying to
but
think of something that Frankie may have that you would have had for so long that you'd be too scared to change because it just works.
it'd be like
I
having
have got an answer for that.
your
Is
F
it
holes.
appropriate for the podcast?
Yeah, it's my violin.
Yeah. Like the strings on your violin or your just your
No, the whole
violin.
Like the
violin. 'cause
shoulder
all
Yeah, yeah.
violins
spot
are
or
different.
Well, of
something.
course, but like there'd be usable parts on that violin, like the strings.
Yeah, sure.
You change them all the time, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah, no, not really.
No.
No, well, depends. Anyway,
but
this is
groove
not a
it.
violin podcast. Let's go back to what we were talking before. Shoes.
Anyway, it seems like people love their shoes, and I thought a little bit more about my shoes and why I really liked them. And I used to be a classic buyer of when Pushies used to do those awesome sales, and you'd find like a $300 pair of Mavic shoes down to like $50. I would buy them.
I'm going to have them just cause.
Yeah, because they were a $300 pair of shoe, but now they're $80 on special. And I didn't really have an appreciation for what they were, but you know, I'd be using the ones with straps, and then I leveled up to shoes with the ratchet
Yep.
thing, and that was all the rage then. And now I've gone to shoes with boas. Boas have been life-changing for me. I really love the adjustability, and especially two-way boas, so they can go in and out and you can micro-adjust. I think boas seem to be a selling point for most people with their shoes. What do you reckon?
Yeah, 100%. Because you can get consistency of that click in
Yeah.
or one eye. Where both
Yeah.
sides the same.
Do you think on the boas the next upgrade needs to be almost numbers so you can,
You can see where you're at.
Yeah, so because when you kind of wing it with your boa and you kind of know where it is, but if you had a dial with even digits or numbers or something that you know to get it exactly the same spot every single
See,
time.
that I think that would work for some people. But for me, who likes to have a couple of beers the night before, there's going to be a 7 on one side and a 4 on the other until later in the day, and then it's going to change.
Yeah,
My feet are
yeah.
going to be swollen. No, but I see where you're going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Frankie?
What?
Did you think about your
Numbers?
shoes anymore?
No,
No.
I was picking out the grass.
In
when
your
Alex
Velcro.
pointed out that they were still
Shit
dirty.
all over the side from the triathlon.
I really don't. I mean,
Okay, so when you've got 2 Velcro straps, do
Yeah.
you put them on and you're like, oh, one's tighter than the other, and then readjust? Or you
oh
just
yeah,
put,
sometimes. Or
Yeah.
I'll put do the ones at the front first and then
Yeah.
the ones
Yeah.
after. But
Yeah.
there's no. It's just I go off feel. Like
Yeah.
I feel
Yep.
like I get the numbers idea, right? But I feel
Yeah,
like your
yeah.
feet are always going to be changing.
Yes,
with
swelling.
I
sweating.
agree with Frank.
So
Yeah.
then, what is the point of having the numbers? You
Just
just go by
'cause.
feel, you know.
Yeah.
Sorry to shit on your idea.
No. Some people
No,
have
no,
great
no.
numbers,
Yeah.
Because then it forces you to just go based on off
Yeah.
like feel.
Yeah.
and
but it's a good
stuff.
starting point. It's like a bike fit. You should be here, not today. Click.
Yeah. Like when I put my shoes on, I think I get them relatively to the same spot every single time. The only time I've ever changed my shoe would be in a crit, and I've tensioned up the
Ready
boa
for the
for the sprint. And it's a bit of a dead giveaway, isn't it? Usually, my trick is to do it 5 laps out, not 2 laps on the bell lap.
Why is that?
So people think you're going to give an early move, but you don't. You're just sitting on the bunch. But when you hear guys or riders doing up their boas,
you're about to start getting some.
You can sense that they're getting ready for a move. So
I remember, sorry about going off the topic of shoes, but my old Zip 404s.
What's that?
Very deep dish wheel.
Yes.
And then when you change gears on them, they made a really loud thud. And so I would deliberately stand up in the crit and go, dunk, dunk, 2 gears. And everyone would be like, and then I'd sit back down again.
You're an asshole.
Like, John, it's all right, guys.
No, I love how good's a fake gear shift. You just go up one.
Everyone's like, oh, we're going.
And the guy next to you just like, oh, he must be feeling really good. He's just gone up, but you're not. You're just a psych
You
out.
are so chaotic. I would hate you.
Psychological out there just
love
as much as
love
it is effort. So
I'm the guy in the crit waving to people.
Yeah, you are. Or yelling.
why didn't that guy wave back to me? We're racing.
Because he's in zone blue.
But your next shoes, Frankie, are you going to stick with the Velcro straps, or do you think you're going to go boa?
Well, I think I'm going to have both. So I'm obviously going to keep
the old shoes, yep.
Yeah, but then I'm going to get boas.
Upgrade.
Just because, I don't know, everyone else has
They're
them.
amazing.
And I'm a sheep, so.
Actually, how long ago was your first set of boas?
Would have been my S-Fires? My Cyphers. Would have been my Cyphers.
Because I think I got...
my Shimano Cyphers, 2017.
So they're new technology.
The boas have evolved a lot. This is where I was going. I got the SWX 4s, I think. 3s or 4s, the very first time they had boas.
Yeah, okay.
They went to
a
single Velcro.
As well.
Yeah, and they weren't...
Just one boa at the top. Yeah.
And they're always breaking, so you had to go and buy the repair kit, take them all apart, replace the little cog, redo the wire.
That's the good thing about boas that not many people know, is that if you've got genuine boa parts and
lifetime,
you break it, just go back to
warranty.
boa and they'll give you a replacement part for free. But look, I don't know where it's going to go with shoes as such. If we're going back to the topic of shoes and what the next kind of performance is with shoes, I guess we're seeing shoes get thinner and lighter for hotter days, knit versions. I mean, I think it's all about the sole, and I think a few of the pro riders ride with, I don't know if you've seen some of the track guys, they ride with like full carbon molded.
So it's like the whole shell.
The whole shoe, and it's just a thin shell of a shoe of carbon. There's no...
Delightfully comfortable.
Yeah, I'm sure they're not. I mean, they're only in the shoe for like 2 minutes or something, but where are road shoes going to go? Yeah. We're riding in some of the most expensive and high-tech shoes now. Where does it go next?
Make them waterproof so my socks don't get wet.
Waterproof.
Windproof? That'd be nice.
Well, you can get booties.
You can get booties.
No, other booties.
Yeah. But I think what we'll probably see, and I hope to see, is that there'll be a range of shoe where there's like, you have to buy like 2 or 3 shoes. There'll be a shoe for like
summer
conditions, like winter or rain, and then there'll be a summer version of that shoe. So maybe a shoe with a bit more protection on areas, and then another shoe is a bit more closed in, but still the same level of product.
Wow, that's great. Just more money to spend. Thanks.
Yeah. Because one of the biggest things early days, S-Works shoes were so ventilated that if it was a cold day, like your feet were numb.
You're freezing.
Even though it wasn't raining and you're like, oh, I don't need shoe covers. But freezing
It'd be
cold
cool to
feet.
see that there's then a shoe that would have a bit more, like maybe the cover up those vents in there,
like
be more an
undershirt,
all-weather shirt.
weather
All-weather
So
shoe.
you telling me that you would put alfoil in your shoe
Not alpha.
to protect it? Someone told
Some
me.
people
Back
do,
in the day, people right back in the day, people put shopping bags over their socks to cover them.
That's something my dad would do.
Anyway, look, that's enough. We hope you enjoyed touching on shoes with us this week.
And to see where that goes.
Remember that this week, wave to people out in your ride. So don't wave back. Let us know.
And we'll sue them for emotional damages.
We'll sue them for not waving. So
Or tell
just
us
take their
why
registration.
You didn't wave.
Let us
If
know.
you're against it, tell us why you didn't wave.
Yeah. If you
is there a reason?
Maybe give us some feedback why you don't wave.
Yeah, give
Maybe
me.
you just can't take your hands off your handlebars.
I
don't want to die.
On dying, Frankie, do you know what time it is?
It's time to live because I'm so good at
Are
this.
you really?
Oh.
Are you confident this week?
Yep, I am.
What time is it then?
8:04.
It's quiz
It's
time.
quiz time.
It's quiz time.
Oh, yeah,
It is
Quiz
quiz
time.
time. It is quiz time. Welcome. All right. Got some doozies for you this week. Some real thinkers.
I'm not good at that.
Now,
so
do
this will
you
be
know if
interesting.
your new bike is going to have tubeless?
I don't even. Is my new bike even going to
We
happen?
actually have to talk about that too, maybe a
Yeah.
little bit later in the pod.
Yeah.
Okay. If your tyres
Yeah.
were tubeless,
Yep.
they require something in them.
Yep.
What is it?
A paste.
A paste.
It's like the thing that so when you get the puncture, it's like a gel that will cover up the hole.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not a
Yeah.
gel. It's not a paste. It's
It's like a
a.
combination of those two almost.
Gel paste?
If it
I don't know. No.
Hell?
What is it?
Well, if it's securing or covering up a hole, what would you call it? Why are you laughing for?
Nothing, because you said hole. I'm sorry.
I said hole.
I don't know. I don't know. What is it?
Okay, so there's an animal in the ocean.
A whale.
Nah, a little animal with little flippers.
Yeah.
A
Looks
platypus.
Looks like
Oh.
your dog.
Platypus lives in
Seal.
the river. Yes.
And then another little animal that crosses the road, black with 6 legs.
A centipede.
6 legs.
It's sealant.
Seal ant.
Sealant. Tubeless sealant. You need
Tubeless
tubeless sealant in your tire.
A tubeless centipede.
A
Sorry.
seal centipede will come and fix up your holes in your tires.
So I
I
think
tried.
I tried.
now that we finally got there, the actual question is going to be really hard.
Oh wait, that's not the question.
That was the lead in.
Oh no. Okay, my sealant.
Yes, name a brand.
Oh
of sealant.
god. Continental.
Do they make sealant?
Oh, I reckon they might.
Really? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I want to give you that one.
Why not?
Because I was thinking of something a little bit more like mainstream.
You guessed.
Victoria.
Oh,
just
they
made
probably
me
make
bike
it. What is the
it's
actual?
it's a man's name.
Ryan.
Ryan sealant.
I don't know. No.
Rhymes with clam.
Dan.
Dan sealant. No.
Just on that, Continental do make a sealant.
Do you know
Oh, you
what?
know what? We're gonna give
I
you
get
that.
that. Thank you.
Continental Revolution
I was thinking
sealant.
of stands.
No, I win.
It gets
You
a
lose.
4.5 star from Pushies. So
Nice work.
good
Out of
sealant
what, 5?
choice. Yeah, good
Thanks.
sealant choice, Frankie.
Come to me for all your sealant choices, everyone.
Oh boy.
Yes, I will seal ant.
Yeah. With my centipede.
All right, here we go. So, you know where your DR2 solar panel goes, but
I still
On the
can't
top
get over
tube.
that.
but
Facing
Yeah.
the sun.
Yeah.
name a common place where you would find your DR2 battery.
Well, I know with SRAM, it's on the back derailleur.
No. All the devices in SRAM have batteries.
So it's like
But
Half
you can,
correct.
you can take it out, and it looks like a hearing aid.
Yeah, no, that's SRAM.
Yeah.
It's a DR2, not
DR2.
SRAM.
Oh, they're separate.
You're
Okay.
swearing at us.
They're in the handlebars.
You actually
that-
can do that with the 12 speed.
you can put the battery in
You
the
can,
12 speed
yeah,
in the
And then-
handlebar.
you can run a semi-wireless setup, yeah.
Guys, I'm too good for this.
Out. No,
Yeah.
you can't.
Yes, you can.
You can. You can run a semi-wireless system. Okay, if you're riding a wired DR2 system, there is
Yeah.
a big normal battery. Where does it normally go? Normally.
Bottom bracket. I don't know. That's the first thing that came to my head.
Your crank goes.
In the stem.
No.
In the top tube.
Getting closer.
No.
In the. Did I say the stem?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I
But it's
don't
not
know.
the stem.
No. Where
In the
is it?
seat post.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shit. That's
Yeah.
cool.
That's very cool.
Next question.
Moving on.
Okay. I don't know if you get this one.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
True or false?
Ooh.
The button is at the opposite end to the lower bout.
What is the lower bout?
I'm really offended and upset that you do not know that.
Well, Josh doesn't know. Look at his face. Sorry. Wait. Was that the whole question?
Yeah.
Say that
True or
again.
false?
Yeah.
The button is at the opposite end to the lower bout.
False.
Please hold.
That
That is correct.
Really? Thanks.
That's a guitar.
But where
part.
is the lower bout?
It's at the front of the bike.
We're actually talking about a violin.
Oh, yes, he is.
This isn't a violin podcast. We
What?
got
Let me
you.
have a look at that.
That
No,
button
let me have a
lower
look at
bout.
that. Let me
No,
have a look at
no,
that.
you don't know shit about violins. No.
What a scam.
Give me the phone.
No, there you go.
It's
Yeah,
the
there you
top.
go.
It's the top.
Just
curve.
below the F holes.
No, it's above. Oh, the lower bout. Yeah.
You're just exposing me for the scam that I am.
And the button is
Oh,
where the
hang on.
black
Yeah,
off the
okay.
bridge at the back. Yeah.
I hate you.
I'm so happy. And lastly,
Oh, another one.
last one, number 4. Okay, and we've actually given you this answer a number of times before on quiz time. What type of fluid is used in your hydraulic brakes? Is it A, dot fluid, or B, mineral fluid?
Mineral fluid.
Ching.
Yeah.
Well done.
Excellent.
You got 1 out of 4. And I
No. I got 3 out of 4. I can't believe I got the
I
violin
cannot
question
believe
wrong.
you got the violin
I've
wrong.
never heard of that before.
And that's all we have time for quiz time this week.
Me and Josh are pretty much musicians.
Sign us up, Adelaide Symphony.
I will make you play the violin. Don't you
I'll
worry.
play it. I reckon I'd be good at it.
Do you know what? Can I bring in the violin next
I'll
episode?
give it a crack.
And then we can record you guys playing
I'll
it?
give it a crack.
I'll be good at it.
All right. That's,
Yeah,
that's
is it
going to happen here, listeners.
Tuned EADG.
Yeah.
Done. I
Fully
mean,
sick, bro.
But it's,
Can I bring my turntables in and see if you can mix?
Your what?
Turntable.
Yep.
so
Yeah.
your high string is closest to you.
Yes.
It's backward.
E is the
Lowest
high
one.
string. No,
Oh,
E is the
E's
high
highest.
string.
So it's backwards.
It's backwards. It's backwards bass, bro.
Talking about backwards bass, yeah.
So I'll bring it in and you guys can flex and then we'll
I just
see
know
who...
bass in the place London.
What? Right, so let's jump right into it. The main reason why we exist is to see who's been spinning up the summit this week and check out the times for the folks who've been giving us a show. It might be the fast guys or it might be the slower ones.
Like Frankie.
I was going to say like Alex, but you beat me to it. Ugh.
I did
Anyway.
4 laps the other night faster than you did.
Anyway, so Josh, do you want to run through the men's times?
He doesn't
do.
want to, but because you've asked him so nicely,
Shut up, Alex. No one cares about you.
All right, this week, the fastest man coming in with the 1250 at 415 watts is
Da, 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 da.
the Beta.
Yeah.
415 watts.
Now, they came up on the show previously as
There's
well.
a lot of
They
people
have.
out there showing Colossal Wang how to do it in the last couple of weeks.
Is
isn't
that a
it?
direct threat?
Possibly.
Correct.
I couldn't do it.
79k ride, so probably just a cruisy training ride for the Beta, probably just chopping on and off.
There's nothing
Up the hill.
cruisy about 1250. I'm sorry.
There isn't, but those watts are intense, so I reckon there's a bit of a headwind or something that
Yeah.
morning, so
Mm.
or that
Cool.
day.
I like it. Kudos to you, buddy.
Yeah, no heart rate data, so what's going on there?
I'll
mate?
tell you what his heart rate was doing.
That was a very
It's
good
like
sound effect.
Frankie after the triathlon 206 or whatever it
It was
was.
2011. No, 211.
2011.
Yeah. To what? Are you having a brain aneurysm?
I am.
And look, coming back for the top woman this week, knocked off her perch for the Ultegra Offender.
Yeah.
We've got a new one there. This week with a 1622 is Burnt Coblo.
Yeah.
And I have some inside goss from this ride.
Shoot.
So, apparently they didn't even start trying until the first switchback. So they didn't even think they were going to be doing an effort.
So we're feeling pretty good.
Yeah. So
Burnt
definitely.
Coblo, if you're listening, you've got this PB in the bag.
Yeah.
You just need to give that nudge.
Yeah.
Let's
agreed.
see you into the 15s.
Yeah. I reckon just head out there, target the summit one morning.
Yep.
Target it first up, and then do the rest of your training Ks afterwards.
Do that. 150k day though.
Why not? Why not Burnt Coblo? Bit of a throw out. Before you do the chop next week, hit the summit first.
No.
Then do the chop.
Because it's like 2 a.m. when you've got to go to the shop.
Perfect time for a PB. No one else is out in the hill.
God. Yeah, you just hit a koala on the way because you can't see anything. Good idea, Josh.
All right.
I have a funny story. Can I interrupt?
You can.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was going on a massive day ride, which started with Norton Summit. So I left home and was climbing Norton at like 6 o'clock in the morning. So
Perfect.
lights on.
You've told me this story, haven't
Yes, I
you?
think I have.
Yeah.
Lights on, headphones in.
Headphones in.
Yeah, heading out to right out to Anguston, the long way.
Oh yeah.
And I've come to the last right-hander before you start squiggling towards the top.
Yep.
My light in the middle of the road. There's a dude standing there playing guitar.
Holy
It's pitch black. I've got my headphones
I
in,
know,
look
right?
up, and there's a dude like, and so,
Did he get out of the way, or did you?
yeah, but I just was like, for the next 5 hours going, did I see that, or was I hallucinating?
Dude, that's actually a bit messed if you think about it.
I'm pretty sure there was a van part. There's like a little like
He knew
thing-
he could see, and
I'm just like, oh
yeah,
man.
that's heart and mouth stuff. I've ridden up there in the pitch black as well, and I
Why?
remember. I'm just doing early morning ride, like you get it at 5 o'clock and
you're
stuff.
scared shitless.
But I remember there's people like running up or walking up the hill because they live locally.
Yeah.
And you just come up to them,
And they're
and
just
then
there.
gives you a heartache
Yeah.
every single time. So, but a guy on a guitar was in his jocks as well,
No,
not the
I
cowboy
just-
in New York Square.
man, can you
We
imagine?
should get Alex on there with my violin at like 4 a.m.
No,
His
Queen
jocks.
Laquifa. That's what he's gonna do when he gets his PB. Anyway, we're gonna move on. The top men in the 18-minute bracket this week. We have first up the Ravioli Rider.
Now, is this spinach or is this meat ravioli? Because if it's spinach, you're out.
This is the spinach and
No!
Oh,
No!
I'm sorry, meat
No.
and pasta does not belong
Yep.
together.
Oh my God.
I have
I'm
like
gonna flip
sensory
tables.
issues.
Yeah, I'm having sensory issues.
I just
Okay,
yeah.
meat ravioli rider did.
Meat Ravioli Rider did an 18:01, averaged 166 watts with an average heart rate of 154. So look, the watts weren't extremely high, but still
That's
a
not
solid
bad.
time for the watts. So it must be a
they
lightweight.
weigh, what, 2 kilos?
Yeah. Great effort, Ravioli
They
Rider.
must weigh like 2 kilos. What was your watt for your 1820? 230-ish?
I don't know because I
Approximate?
don't have a machine that.
Maybe
does
they're
the
wrong. I don't know.
Anyway.
Doesn't seem right for that time. But anyway, moving on. We have next up the 28-day cycle.
This has made it onto the pod.
thing. Alex didn't want it on the pod.
Oh, that's cold.
with an 18:01, 289 watts average power for that ride with a 148. So low heart rate for that
but
effort.
big watts.
But big watts. So
Interesting.
doing it easy maybe.
Yeah. I wish I could do 290 watts easy.
Same. Next up, we have the Fergalicious Eucalyptus.
That's not how the song goes.
Oh, whatever.
I'll insert the song with an 18:02. Not much data,
That's
but
an
look,
equal PB. Or that's
Yes,
her
that's
PB.
their
is
first time
you.
PB. Well done, Fergalicious Eucalyptus.
Looks like that was targeted too.
Yeah, solid effort as well with a 179 beats per minute. Look, on an 18K ride. So, yep, straight up and down the summit, I reckon, for that one. Well done. No, 20K ride.
ride.
So, well done. The next person
It's
was
Alex.
Wayne Kerr with an 18:03. This was a targeted ride, obviously, or just got out and up the summit because they just did an 18K ride. Their PB, though, is 13:53. So, maybe a bit of a comeback.
Probably. Well, they
First
don't
time
have
up
any
the summit
data
after some
for
time
us.
off. No
Hiding.
data.
Yeah.
Haven't seen them ever on the podcast before, but well done, Wayne Kerr, getting out there. And last but not least,
Do you know what? We didn't get any input from Frankie about names this week because she's quite happy with
Yeah.
them. That's why she's like, I've got it this week.
we have not vetted these ones. And last in the 18-minute bracket for this week is the Rogue Dandelion with an 18:04. Going cruisy because their heart rate is low, 145 beats per minute,
Big day,
pushing
though.
out 285 watts, but big day in the saddle,
143
143 Ks.
What's your biggest ride, Frankie?
100 kilometers. Wait, sorry,
Flat?
100.01
That's when you
kilometers.
did the other week.
Yes.
When you had to like ride around the block to get the
I had
100K.
to
Is that your biggest day?
Yeah.
We need to
Yeah.
get you doing
We need to
bigger
get you
days.
some Couple.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's all go out
okay.
on an adventure day.
Take Frankie to Manham.
Manham,
Can
Murray Bridge.
Can we
and
actually
back.
do that?
Yeah, we can do that.
But really slowly.
Oh, we need to get home at some time.
Wow. Okay.
I think the last time we did it in about 8 or 9 hours. 8 hours.
the last
Me
100
riding
Ks, I
for
think I
nine.
did it like Mach 7 because I had to go out for dinner.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it was a long day, but yeah, it's a fun
It's
day.
awesome fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we'll do it. All right, who's next?
All right, taking us through the ladies is myself, very elegantly and politely, unlike everyone else.
Wow. Okay, mate.
Champ. The 21-minute bunch this week. And coming in number 1, I like her in my back.
I like this name.
21:16, no other data, part of a 107k day though.
I love the women kicking ass again
do.
with their long
They do.
rides. I love
I love
it.
it.
I should note that just from doing the data every week, I've noticed that there are a lot less women going up Norton Summit than men because we're getting a lot of repeats in names with the women.
Mm.
So it's the same people going up.
So do you reckon there's a bit of a specific set of women who love hitting the hills and then other women riders who just like doing other stuff?
Probably.
What you'll probably notice is those girls that have, or the women, sorry, with the big days are usually doing Chop and then do Norton afterwards. That's usually that big day.
Yeah.
Second place though, with a time of 21:18, which is a PB.
Hey, well done.
For Legs McGee.
Yeah, definitely had legs that day.
Oh yeah. 153 beats per minute, so probably some more in the tank, quite possibly.
Maybe,
But
yeah.
they
good.
took
8 seconds.
8 seconds off their PB. Nice
Good
work.
work.
Congratulations.
Nice work. On a 60k ride, was it? Yeah.
60k.
Solid.
And third place, return lady with a 21:51 microscopic noodle bag.
Taking it easy. Look at that
Yeah.
heart rate.
Very easy.
130.
Yep. Extremely light lady, this one. I think I overheard her say the other day that she's high 50 kilos.
Wow.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, can punch her weight. Though.
Yeah.
She's solid on the crit track.
Yeah,
So.
loves it.
Yeah.
Only 160 watt average for that.
Yeah, nice 32k loop as well, I reckon. So.
Fourth place with a... Oh, so we've gone out of the 21s into 22s. You must have run out of
Yeah.
Oh,
peeps.
yep.
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 The Pickle Pincher, which is return 22:33 versus her PB of 17 minutes, though.
Just cruising.
Yeah, cruising. Maybe the same.
I think that was the same kind of loop as well.
Yeah. And lastly, the Magpie Whisperer.
That's not what magpies make.
Really?
That sounds more like
Yeah.
a chicken.
A dying
Like
chicken.
today.
Yeah.
Good looking rooster. Funny, magpies can actually talk.
Really?
Yes.
Do they mimic you?
Yeah, they're very smart. Creatures.
Unlike you.
Savage.
22:33 for the Magpie Whisperer.
Massive ride, 106
106
Ks.
Ks. Yeah,
Yeah.
nice work.
Good work.
175 watts, 153 beats per minute.
Frankie, what's caught your eye
Yeah.
on Norton
Well,
Summit
Aside
this
from
week?
me
There's
and Josh.
there's only one person who's caught my eye this week. And you know what?
Me or Josh?
None of you. And I just want to say, super proud of this person. So we have Fobbington and Sons. They have done a 46-minute 52 Norton Summit. And everybody, this is their PB.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Well done.
Hell yeah. On a 42K ride, no data, but we're all about celebrating
100%.
everybody that smashes their own efforts because this is all relative,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We're all about celebrating everyone's PB. So
Exactly.
whether it's fast, slow, or otherwise in between, we love just seeing you hit the summit. So well done to Fobbington and Sons.
I like it. Alrighty, listeners, there's obviously not a whole lot of cycling going on next weekend because it's the Easter long weekend.
Sad, isn't it?
It is sad, but we'll get a long few days off. Time to re-energize and rest.
What are you guys doing over Easter while we're on the topic? You doing anything for Easter?
Like every good ethnic people do, we're painting the inside of our house.
Didn't you just do that?
Is that what you do? Is that what you do on Easter?
Yeah.
Just paint?
Yeah.
Is it every Easter?
No.
Oh,
We're
just
doing
this Easter.
renovations.
Yeah.
So my parents are like, we're going to steal you for manual labour.
Yeah.
So we did the front part
Right.
a few months ago. Now we're doing everything else.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like cutting, I don't know how to paint.
Cutting in.
Cutting
Cutting
in.
in.
Yeah, cutting in.
Cutting.
Rolling.
Stuff.
Rolling.
On the wall,
No,
yeah.
actually, that's a lie. We use tape. Anyway, it doesn't actually matter.
Yeah.
But I'm painting.
Okay.
Awesome.
What are
And
you
not
doing?
eating?
Yeah,
Yeah.
What are you eating?
I'm gonna eat
Easter eggs, of course, and hot cross buns.
food and
What kind of food?
I don't know.
Alex, what are you doing for Easter?
We'll be working on the house.
Yep.
I'll be riding my bike.
Awesome.
And I'll be just gorging myself in everything.
Have you got
Easter.
any big rides planned?
Yes, the one with us all together when we go to Menham.
You're going to paint and go to Manor.
Nah, that's not happening this
It's a
Easter.
200k day.
I'll tell you why.
For you.
I actually
what I'm
don't think
up
I
to.
could do 200k.
You could.
Okay.
I'm not going to be in the state
Where
for
are you
Easter.
going?
I'm
What?
going to somewhere in the middle of nowhere, just shy of the Grampians.
Are
I
you
think it's
going
called
super spreading
Rockwell.
again?
With the family. This is our Easter that we didn't do for 2 years because of COVID. So we're catching up with some of our Victorian family. And I'll be taking the bike and hopefully doing a few rural Ks in the middle of nowhere.
That sounds so wholesome.
But spending time with the family. So looking forward to that. So it should be
And-
good.
Hearing that everyone's on holidays, the pod's going to have a break for the week too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
We've deserved it, I reckon.
Deserved
12
it.
weeks in a
12
row.
weeks straight.
So no podcast Easter
Easter.
Sunday.
sorry, Jesus.
But we will be back the following week.
We
with
will
some
rise again,
cool-
just like the big man did. We will be back the week
Got
after.
hand tools to undo the screws, okay?
Move that big rock from our grave.
Oh my god.
We're
For
gonna get
religious
sued.
defamatory.
We're just aspiring to be like the big man.
But in the interim, please keep an eye on the socials because we've got another challenge coming up.
Yes, Frankie was meant to be editing that this week, but the files aren't incompatible
Yeah,
with
I
a
know,
computer
right?
or some crap like that.
Blah,
So
blah, 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 blah.
just hand them to me, mate. I'll do the work.
Okay.
Look, but on that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all creatures in between, if you've enjoyed yourself, why don't you give us a follow through our favourite podcast app or your favourite podcast
Yeah,
app
do
for
it through
that
theirs.
instance.
Don't
Who
do it
cares
through
about
ours.
ours? And you'll have access to all our episodes. You can also check us out on YouTube, so please subscribe and hit that bell icon. And don't forget to tell your friends and share it with everyone.
If you've got friends, the ones you wave at on your bike, share it with them.
Even if you've just got some followers on Instagram, just put it onto your
I don't have any
story.
followers.
Just put it onto your story. Let the algorithm do its thing.
Speaking of Instagram, we're all over the socials where we give you updates, info, and let you know when the new episodes are out, along with other podcast news and information. And we'd love your support. So head to our Buy Me a Coffee page or donate, and we'll give you a shout out on the podcast the following week.
Would love to know your feedback and know your thoughts. So hit us up and let's have a chat through our Facebook or Instagram page, or shoot something through to our email, RADelaide@gmail.com. And
It gets more expensive to buy a tyre pump with every year that passes, guys.
really?
Yeah, it's called inflation.
Inflation.
Oh, shut up.
We'll see you out on the summit
physically
sometime this Easter.